Bruges, the so-called Venice of the North. I arrived, phone fully charged, itinerary in hand, and shoes ready for adventure. Within minutes I was spectacularly lost. My phone's blue dot spun in circles, having more fun than I was. I circled the same square so many times the pigeons started to nod in recognition. This wasn't the magical Bruges from the brochures. It was a medieval maze. Every street, every canal, every gabled house looked identical. My itinerary? Now just a sad, crumpled souvenir. Bruges casts a spell, a special kind of navigational amnesia. You wander, forget your plans, and start to question your own name. The city scoffs at grid systems and schedules. Landmarks appear only when you're not looking for them. My new schedule? Chance encounters and urgent bathroom hunts. The map lied about those too. So here's my tale, a saga of getting hilariously, hopelessly lost in Flanders. Spoiler, I survived. And yes, I found a decent waffle. Eventually, getting lost became the point. Every wrong turn led to something unexpected. I stopped fighting it and let Bruges lead the way. The city's magic isn't in its landmarks, it's in the wandering. You don't find Bruges. Bruges finds you. And if you're lucky, you'll find yourself laughing at your own confusion. Or at least, at the pigeons. So join me and let's get lost together. Because in Bruges, lost is exactly where you want to be. The best stories start with a detour and end with a waffle, eventually. Bruges streets designed by a toddler with a crayon. They twist, turn, and double back with gleeful abandon. Your map? Useless. More suggestion than guide. Following it is like explaining TikTok to your nan, pointless. Street names vanish, plaques are missing, and sometimes the streets don't even bother with names. You think you're heading north, surprise? You're back at the same chocolate shop. I consider myself smart. I can use a microwave. But Bruges reduced me to primal confusion. Landmarks like the big church? They play hide and seek. 2 blocks later, it's vanished. The cobblestones add to the challenge, watch your ankles. You're so busy not tripping you forget to look up for signs. It's all part of the charm, they say. The charm of nearly face-planting in front of a horse-drawn carriage. Bruges' streets humble you, but they also surprise you. Every wrong turn is a new discovery. The city wants you to wander, not rush. And honestly, I wouldn't trade it. Getting lost is the best way to see Bruges. The map may lie, but the city never disappoints. So put the map away. Let the streets lead you. You'll find more than you were looking for. And maybe, just maybe, you'll find your way. Or at least another chocolate shop, which is basically the same thing. Bruges' architecture is a fairy tale if the buildings had a few too many beers. They lean, they sag, and they definitely judge you. Every gabled roof seems to whisper, he thinks his GPS will help. Adorable. Walking these alleys you feel history echoing knights, merchants, and lost tourists. The age of everything is humbling. Door knockers here are older than my country. The Belfry Tower looms, a medieval skyscraper supposedly a navigational aid. In reality it hides behind other buildings, playing tricks on you. Bruges makes you earn its views. Every window, doorway, and gargoyle tells a story, or at least looks like it should. I spent 10 minutes pondering a gargoyle's life choices. Did it enjoy scaring pigeons? Did it judge my map skills? The buildings aren't just structures, they're characters. Quirky, opinionated, and probably laughing at me. The city's history isn't just in museums, it's in every crooked wall. You don't just see Bruges, you feel it watching you. And maybe, just maybe it's rooting for you to find your way. Or at least, to enjoy getting lost. The architecture is a reminder you're just passing through. The city's been here for centuries, and it's seen far worse tourists. So walk on and let the buildings judge. It's all part of the experience. Bruges canals, Venice's polite cousin, minus the smell. A canal boat tour seemed essential, a chance to sit, relax, and let someone else navigate. The captain pointed out sights, St. John's Hospital, endless bridges, and more bridges. Swans glided by, looking like they owned the place. Even on a guided tour I felt a bit adrift, figuratively at least. The canals weave through hidden gardens and secret courtyards. You feel like you're discovering secrets, even with 30 other tourists. Every bridge is a photo op and a navigational nightmare if you're on foot. Was it the bridge with the swan? Or the swan with the bridge? Even on water, Bruges gently disorients you. The medieval buildings reflected in the water start to blur together. It's a beautiful watery maze. I half expected to see a lost version of myself waving from another boat. Bruges' layout confuses you, even when you're not steering. But it's a delightful confusion. The swans are the real locals, regal, unbothered, and always knowing where to go. Floating aimlessly is the point. You surrender to the city's pace, and realize sometimes the best way to see Bruges is to let it carry you. Let the swans lead, let the city surprise you, and enjoy the ride. Dignity optional. Let's talk food. Belgian waffles and frites. I arrived with visions of golden waffles drowning in chocolate and crispy chips in paper cones. Finding the perfect waffle? Not as easy as you'd think. Waffle shops are everywhere, but the real deal is elusive. Many serve sad, pre-made waffles under heat lamps. I was on a pilgrimage for the fresh, authentic kind. Then the fritas, double-fried, crispy perfection, served with sauces that put ketchup to shame. Finding a proper friture required dedication and a lot of confused wandering. But serendipity always delivered, a tiny frite stand with locals queuing or a bakery with the aroma of fresh waffles. The reward was always sweeter or more savory for the effort. Food in Bruges is a treasure hunt. The city hides its best treats behind wrong turns and confusing streets. You earn every delicious bite, and every wrong turn is a step closer to culinary bliss. In Bruges, food is an adventure, and every adventure is worth the calories. Bruges has more chocolate shops than canals or confusing streets. They're everywhere. Sometimes inside other chocolate shops. It's a chocoholic's paradise, or a delicious trap. My plan was to sample a few artisanal pieces, appreciate the craft. That lasted about as long as my phone battery. The abundance is overwhelming, the smell alone is intoxicating. You walk in and it's like Willy Wonka opened a boutique. Pralines, truffles, chocolate swans, why not? My discerning sampling quickly turned into buy one of everything that looks shiny. My backpack smelled of cocoa, my wallet grew lighter. It's a tourist trap, but a sweet one. And I fell for it, willingly, repeatedly. After a while, even the fanciest chocolate starts to taste like chocolate. My palate was on strike, but my curiosity wasn't. There was always another shop, another flavor to try. Beer-infused chocolate, don't mind if I do. Bruges knows how to exploit a weakness. Mine is anything coated in Belgian cocoa. I have the sticky fingers and contented sigh to prove it. No regrets, only chocolate. The best part? The joy of surrendering to temptation. You can't fight Bruges chocolate shops, you can only give in and enjoy every bite. The city is a playground for your sweet tooth, and the only rule is, try everything, at least once, maybe twice. Communicating in Bruges with 3 words of Flemish is its own adventure. My strategy: hopeful smile, point at map, say landmark name with a question mark. Usually met with a polite smile, sometimes a burst of beautiful, incomprehensible Dutch. The language barrier is real, but so is the kindness. Many speak English, but sometimes you get a shrug and a lot of gesturing. The international sign for "I have no idea what you're saying, but you seem nice" became my go-to. Once I asked for a brewery and ended up at a laundrette. Bless the locals for trying. Or maybe they thought I needed clean socks. Despite the confusion, people were lovely and helpful. There's a charm to these miscommunications, a shared moment of human fallibility. A smile and a willingness to look foolish go a long way. Sometimes the best directions are a simple point or a shared laugh. It's all part of travel's tapestry. Getting lost in translation is half the fun. You realize connection doesn't always need words, just patience, humor, and maybe a clean pair of socks. Bruges teaches you to embrace the awkward and laugh at the journey. Coming from a city that never sleeps, Bruges felt like another planet. Everything is slower, calmer. People stroll, sit in cafes for hours just watching the world go by. It's unsettling at first. Where's the urgency, the hustle? In America, we schedule our leisure. In Bruges, time just happens. Shops close for long lunches. People linger over coffee. My inner tourist drill sergeant panicked, must see everything, now. But Bruges worked its magic. The gentle pace seeped in. I lingered over a beer, noticed the light on old stone, the sound of bicycle bells. The absence of car horns was a revelation. Bruges offers a different rhythm, one where enjoying the moment is the norm. It's a valuable lesson for hyper-scheduled tourists. Maybe life doesn't need to be so loud. Maybe slowing down is the point. Bruges invites you to savor, not rush. Old habits die hard, but new ones are worth learning, especially if they involve waffles, or just sitting still. After days of wandering, chocolate, and map meltdowns, what did I learn? Bruges is beautiful, obviously. Waffles are divine. But the real lesson? Getting lost is the main event. Forget your routes and must-see lists. Just wander. Let Bruges happen to you. Every wrong turn led to hidden courtyards, secret frites shops, and moments no guidebook could capture. The accidental discoveries were the highlights. Sure, there were moments of frustration and conspiracy theories about medieval pranksters. But those passed, usually with a strong beer or another praline. What remained was the joy of exploration, the thrill of not knowing what's next, even if it's the same corner again. Getting lost builds character, and a sense of humor. My advice? Embrace the chaos. Let your phone die, put the map away, and just walk. You'll see things you never expected, meet people you wouldn't have, and maybe find yourself, or at least a really good piece of chocolate. That's what travel is about: discovery, detours, and good-natured complaints. Bruges. You confused me, charmed me, and I wouldn't have it any other way. The best guide in Bruges is getting lost. The best stories are the ones you never planned, and the best memories are the ones you stumble into, especially if they end with chocolate.